Welcome again to Roxania Speaks, and today we're going to be talking about health and wellness. And with me today is my good friend Sanji.
Hello everyone.
So guys, before we get into it, you're probably wondering, Sanji and I go way back from UTech days.
UTech days, yes.
That was 2001.
2001. Yeah.
Right. So from 2001, and then we were at the same workplace, and then of course other things happened, but we're still friends. And from I know Sanji, she's always a healthy eater. And today we're going to share with you something that she has prepared. And so she'll be doing most of the talking and I'll be doing most of the eating, if you know what I mean. So Sanji, what are we having today?
Okay. Today we're having a simple green peas soup. It may sound weird to you, but it includes a small amount of ingredients. So what are the ingredients we have in this green peas soup today? We have green peas, onion, scallion, some thyme, a bit of pepper, and my secret seasoning that stops me from using the cock soup or that kind of noodle, because I don't use noodle.
Okay, well, as I said to you guys, from I know Sanji, she has been eating healthy. I think she's a self-taught nutritionist. So disclaimer, she's not a nutritionist, guys, but she eats healthy. And based on her eating habits over the years, I really invited her to come and share with us some of her secret, well, how she keep the body that she has, you know, without getting too slim, just the right size.
Right.
So
one of the things I left out, is optional, where you can either put in coconut milk in the soup. You can choose to put that in, or you can choose not to. So
we can cut the fat, so don't worry about it. Alright.
Let's stay up on the screen. Take out the screen
Alright.
saver.
Alright. Pause then, alright. So Sanji, so we're having a green peas soup.
Yes.
How easy it is to prepare? How long would this take for a busy mom like me? I have 2 girls, I'm married, and I do a full-time job, and most times I don't have the time to prepare a long traditional meal. How long something like this would take to prepare?
Okay. Prep time to completion, approximately 20 minutes. 20 minutes, yes. Once you have your ingredients out, you're going to add almost everything to the blender.
Mm-hmm.
And once you puree all of that,
Mm-hmm.
you put it in a hot pot and let it simmer, let it boil and come together. Then you can season it with a little salt,
Mm-hmm.
and that other secret ingredient,
Mm-hmm.
which I can actually reveal it. It is called cumin. It is a Mexican seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
Mexicans love it a lot and they use a lot of it, but it is very versatile. You can use it when you're seasoning your meat. It's very natural, no preservatives, no salt. You can add it to your soups, add it to your meats, and you're good to go. So I use that in conjunction with my salt and my natural seasonings whenever I'm making anything.
Okay, but Sanji, looking at this meal, by the time I don't eat this, I'm ever hungry. Guys, let me show you. I don't know if you can see. This is the soup. Oops. I don't want it to spill. I'll try and take a picture and show you. But this is the soup. So I'm saying out to Sanji, I want to eat healthy, but I also want to be full.
Okay.
Oh.
So us as Jamaicans, we tend to love to eat a whole lot at one sitting. That doesn't work well if you want to be healthy, if you want to maintain a certain body weight, if you want to look slim and trim. We have to cut back on the amount of food that we eat and eat more often. So one thing I try to do is to eat every 4 hours. So if I eat at 7 in the morning, I try to at least have a snack in between or run about 10, 11 if I can't get to eat something. What are some of the things that you may snack on? You can you can snack on peanuts. You can also snack on a boiled egg. One boiled egg will keep you full for a good time. And it's very important in all of this to make sure that you drink water. So one of the secrets to having a full tummy or feeling full all the time is to have water before your meal.
Okay.
And have a glass while you're eating. So that helps you to eat less food.
Okay, cool. I was just about to ask you about that because one peanut or one egg
as a snack.
Perfect.
I don't know. Eat 2 eggs. Listen. You know, another thing too. I mean, there are so many things we can talk about. I have not fully answered the question about what else you can put in the soup.
Yes.
You can add chunks of chicken, which adds more protein to the soup. You can also add bits of carrot or your sweet corn to bolster, to give it a little bit more body. And keep you full. So you're still eating healthy, you're still eating clean.
So what about the traditional big thick yam and dumpling and dasheen and them something there? Are those really necessary in the soup?
Personally, I don't think they are. My regular soup, when I'm making my Saturday soup, what do I put in there? I put 2 whole wheat dumplings, make them pretty small, and some yam, as well as some carrot and chocho. That's it for me.
So mostly vegetables.
And with my pumpkin. And you know, pumpkin does not have a lot of calories in it, so it's always nice and healthy to eat your pumpkin.
Guys, it sounds good, but we don't taste it yet because guess what? There is a saying that sometimes the healthy food, number 1, they're very expensive, and number 2, them not really taste all that nice because, as you rightly said, we are used to this traditional. The food must salty and spicy and it must heavy. If you notice when you look on IG, some of the box food when you say for lunch, them pop up a rice,
with rice.
and the protein. I mean, nothing is wrong with protein, and then a little tubes of vegetable.
Right.
What about the spending? How affordable is it eating healthy?
Okay, as I said before, the key to this is to reduce the amount that you eat. If you start eating less, you will definitely spend less. When you look at your grocery bill, you will notice that the meat kind is the most expensive of everything on it, right? So what do you want to do? Have you ever noticed some families, they cook, if it's 5 of them, they may cook two whole chickens? No, are you aware of that?
No.
Well, I know people who cook 2 whole chicken and there are five people in the family. They don't just cook the 2 whole chickens, they add fish to that, right? So somebody's getting a quarter chicken or almost half plus a fish. Come on, people, that is going to burst your budget. And if you ask these people, they are poor. They will tell you, I can't find money to do this, I can't find money to do that. Half a fish is more than enough. 1 chicken leg is more than enough with some gravy. We have to learn to eat less in order to afford the food, because as we are aware, food prices are rising. So we have to find a way to combat that, and we have to cut down on the amount of meat that we eat. One of the other things too, the amount of salt in our diet, that is part of the reason some of us keep on the weight.
Okay.
So we must reduce the salt because salt holds on to water and all of that. So we have to keep that together.
Guys, I'm looking at a nice dish over. I don't want to put it in front of over the soup, but I want to show you what Sanjay has in here. This is our vegetable plate with a carrot, and I see celery, cauliflower, string beans. Now she has some whole heap of expensive vegetables on her plate. Now, if you compare the price, are you saying now that these vegetables are still more affordable than some of the protein, the big meat that we're buying? Because we want to eat healthy. We're not used to this type of food. It's more American, right? So we're kind of changing our palate. But the taste and the money that we pay for this, it's not really It's not inexpensive. It's expensive, Sanji.
Yes, it is.
So, is it that we need a whole lot to put in our meals, or how do?
No, you don't need a
Going
whole
back
lot. One of the things, well, Roxy's kind of, I don't know why she sound like she want to put me on the spot, but when she's talking about expensive. But listen, you can remain basic with your vegetables. String beans are not that expensive.
Right.
I paid like $400 for a whole bag of string beans at like almost 3 or 4 pounds, right? Have your string beans with a little carrot, right? That is basic enough as your vegetable.
So I can eat like kalaloo. I can put kalaloo in my soup.
Yes, you can
And
put kalaloo in your soup.
what else is not so expensive? I can eat more cabbage and the pak choy.
Yes, you can eat more cabbage and pak choy. And I do eat cabbage and pak choy. Okay. And one of the things I would encourage us to do, since the pandemic, a lot of people have been doing that, is to start their own vegetable garden. You know how much that can save you?
True.
If you have 2 roots of kalaloo, that saves you how much? About $300 or so?
Yeah,
Yeah. So you can actually start putting your planting in little pots your kalaloo. If you want to eat broccoli, you can try and get the seeds or the seedlings and put it in a flower pot on your veranda, even in your kitchen if you want. So those are things that we have to do as a people to combat some of these food prices. We complain about the price of sugar and the price of flour. Those prices are very high, right?
And
we're still buying it. But guess
That's
what?
true.
We can actually reduce the amount of flour, reduce the amount of sugar that we consume,
and buy more vegetables.
Because they're very versatile. You can have vegetables with your meat instead of rice and flour and, as you mentioned earlier, dasheen and stuff. Yes, it's a part of our culture where we eat dasheen and cocoa. And just earlier today, I went to get a piece of yam for my soup, for my dinner, other than this soup. And the man was telling me, he said, "Don't you want cocoa?" I'm like, "No, yam is fine for me." So we need to reduce the amount of starch that we eat in our diets, and that can help us to live healthier.
Thanks. And we need to understand too that it is, I was doing, based on my other video, Sanjay, with my mother and the whole breast cancer thing, person's asking if food, contribute to the whole cancer thing, which I don't think scientifically it is proven, but we know that with chemicals and so forth on certain foods, it can add to that.
Right. As it pertains to chemicals, I'm not an expert. I don't know much about it, but I will tell you that my own experience tells me that the food, wherever you are in the world, even though you're eating clean, the food affects you differently. I was in Canada and I ate just like I'm eating here, but my body felt different. When I come back to Jamaica, my body feels so much better. I feel slimmer. I don't feel as much puffy and so on. But when I'm in Canada, I eat the same things, but I feel much better here. What does that say to me? My feeling is that the food here in Jamaica is much cleaner. Why is it cleaner? We farm on a smaller scale than a Canada per se that will have to add chemicals, add certain types of fertilizers to give them a large yield to feed a lot of people. So we do a smaller farming for a smaller number of people. So we tend to farm to eat cleaner and use less fertilizers.
Sanjay, you know, so I lose my train of thought when I bring up that something there.
Why?
I want to say no. I don't know. There's something I wanted to say as it relates to chemicals on the food that would have lead me to another point. But I tell you, so when I done the first point, what chemicals is a good thing you jump in. I couldn't remember where it was going with it. Oh God.
Pregnancy brain.
Jesus, Sanjay, I can't believe it, but it had to do with
Fibroids, what?
I don't remember, but I know I started with the chemical because I was going somewhere. Oh, I think I was saying no. Oh, eating healthy overall. So yes, Sanjay. So with that being said, now It's not a what I understand now is that eating healthy, it protects you from all sickness. A balanced diet. So people saying eat healthy, eat healthy. So eating healthy help you with diabetes, eating healthy help you with blood pressure, eating healthy help you with cancer, all the different ailments. So if you feed your body the right way, it means that I would say, you're not immune, but your risk level is way lower.
One of the things I've always maintained for myself is that when you spend the money now to eat properly, it saves you on your health bill. Because, you know, in talking to one of my doctors some time ago, she was talking to me about dialysis and so on. And she was talking about the cost of a dialysis, of one treatment. Do you rather to spend how much, 20,000 per treatment at the time on dialysis because you have not fed your body right, than to pay $2,000, $3,000 now for the right foods to eat? When I weigh those options, I prefer to buy the food right now.
And it's one body we have.
And we only have one body.
That's true.
Right? What does healthy eating do for you? Helps you to think clearer. You have less things to think about. You don't have people still eat healthy and have high blood pressure and stuff like that. What do you do in those times? Reduce the number of salt, eat more vegetables, eat more fruits.
And exercise.
Thanks for that one.
So guys, we've been talking, and we don't taste the soup yet. So I will tell you, Sanju will prepare this most of the time. I have never prepared this. This is fancy food when they go to a restaurant and they get the what? They call it
appetizer.
The appetizer, guys. This is what it looks like to me. So we're going to taste it. I'm going to taste it first, and I'm going to let you know how it is.
So, in tasting it, she's tasting it first without another ingredient that I have on the table, which you will see. I'll have her taste it, put it in there right after. So, Roxy, why are you looking at me like that?
I like it.
Really? Whoa. I thought it looked like, it's green. Doesn't look very inviting, but...
Guys, I'm a big fan of flavor, and it's full of flavor. I think I'm tasting a secret ingredient in the back, like aftertaste. But I like it. It's not. I don't even know if I'm missing any salt or whatever salt in there.
Yes.
Salt in there, and I'm just tasting the flavor, guys. I'm not kidding you.
Alright, so I want you to do something for my Roxy. Take up one piece of that lime, and I will
Lime.
Oops. Sorry. Yeah, epic fail. And I want you to squeeze it in the soup, and I want you to mix it up.
I use all of it?
Yes, man. Squeeze it all out in there. Alright. Mix it up now. Make sure all of it is properly
mixed up
in the soup.
I think we're good.
Alright. And I want you to taste it now.
Guys, whenever you're going lime in a soup yet? Me never hear about lime in a soup, but I will tell you about it.
Yes.
And I'm not going to tell you the lies for her.
Please don't. Let's go. Talk to me. What's happening?
I don't really taste the lime, but it does something to the soup. So alright, before I put the lime in, it was packed with the flavors. But then I don't know.
What are you tasting? Tell me what you're tasting.
Let me taste it again.
Has it removed the flavors?
No.
Or has it enhanced the flavors?
Hold on, let me taste it again.
Taste it again.
It doesn't remove it, but it's almost like, how would I say now? You know when you're cooking and in the middle of cooking, you taste the pot, and you know, say the pot a go on,
Right.
it's good.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not ready yet.
Right.
So with adding the lime, it kind of completes. It's like the process is now finished. The cooking process then is now finished.
So the pot is ready to take off now.
So the pot is ready.
Okay.
Wow, Sanjay, lime.
Yes, lime.
Guys, and carrot in there. Here you can't see my carrot, but carrot
I
in there.
added some diced carrot just to add something else to it.
And she said you could use other stuff like corn and anything else you want to add in here.
Yeah. So there you have it. That's green peas.
I can't believe it.
Yes.
And guys, you know what too? You know what's in it to Sanjay? I'm home in the days and sometimes I don't. I take so long to decide what I'm going to cook, Sanjay, because I'm so tired of the big cooking, the chicken, baked chicken or fricassee and the yam and the banana or the rice or whatever it is, the whole traditional. This you whip in the blender, blend it up 2 times, put it on the pot, add the seasoning and you finish.
Yes. Alright. I will not take full credit for everything. But what I do is I do a lot of research. I search. Google is one of my best friends when it comes to food. Because I'm always cooking. I love cooking. When I say I love to cook, I love to cook. Okay? So sometimes some combinations will come to mind. And I will be like, can I make a spinach pancake? What do I do? So I just go on Google, spinach pancake. I will blend all the watery ingredients with the spinach and put it in a flour and so on and make them a spinach pancake. They're green and they're healthy, right?
I like that. I never thought about that.
Yes. So you can add your vegetables to your other foods and it makes them a little bit healthier.
I like that, Sanjay. I think I'm gonna try it. I don't know if I can use the callaloo or something else.
Yes, you can.
If I can't use spinach, because my kids really, they're not a vegetable lover and they love pancakes. So if I could mix the pancake with the vegetable, it's green. I'm gonna even love it
like
more.
it. Yes.
I need to try that.
Yes. So the milk that you would have added in the pancake, just blend the callaloo in it and use it to mix the flour, and you're good. Good
Guys, I can't believe it. I can't But I'm ready to tell you everything about Sunday's meal, because I'm just wondering if something like this could actually, you know, make you feel full.
You can actually have this soup hot or cold.
Yeah, I
You can have cold
realize.
soup.
I realize.
Yeah. And I also read there's some books that I read about dieting, eating healthy. There is one called, I think, the Clean 30 or Clean 20.
You have it?
Yes, I do.
So guys, we'll just show a picture of the book somewhere here.
Yeah. So it's by Dr. Ian Smith. He's a black doctor in the US who is committed to, you know, making life easier for us in terms of how do we eat and what do we eat to make us healthier. So some of those foods are American foods, and so me being in Jamaica, I try to incorporate as much as possible our own Jamaican food to substitute for some of those things. So it's not hard for me, you know, and it doesn't have to be hard for you, right? It's a matter of, you know, you mentioned earlier that sometimes you're like, what should I eat? Listen, believe me, I go through the same thing. I have that kind of issue too, like, what am I going to eat today?
And therefore you experiment.
And then I experiment sometimes, and sometimes I go back to some of my older menus or some things. And the thing about it, I take a lot of pictures of my food. So sometimes I go back and refer to those pictures and say, okay, this is what I did for this one. You know, so and I'll come back with that. But vegetables, fruits, those are staples. Have to have them.
Guys, I hope I'm able to show you some of her foods, the pictures that she mentioned. I'll have her send me some pics and I'll just put some for you to show you the fancy dining. And you don't have to have a fancy dining and a fancy budget, right? You can use a regular budget to get the fancy kind of food.
Let me tell you some staples, something that you must always have. You must always have eggs for your breakfast. egg is a staple. You have it boiled, you have it fried. I don't really recommend fried eggs because the oil that you use to fry adds a lot to the calories that you consume.
Right.
So you can scramble it, which uses a lot less oil. So you must have your boiled egg, you must have your eggs, you must have some kind of lettuce, string beans, carrots. Those are important. What else? Well, I always have broccoli. Roxy, don't do that. I always have broccoli. And when you're eating, try to stay away from the white foods. Once it's white, that means they've taken out almost all the nutrients. That's not good for your body. So you reduce your white flour, reduce your white rice. I eat brown rice, and that's filling. And listen, there's this particular thing that some of us grew up on, our parents probably grew up on it, and it had maybe have a bad stigma. People like, oh, bulgur. You say bulgur?
Oh.
When you eat 1 spoon of bulgur, you don't want more for the day.
Full.
Roxy, it keeps you full. Did you know that you can use bulgur to make rice and peas?
Yes, I've heard about it.
It's lovely.
That is something that we will have to Google, guys. I've heard about it, but I've never tried it. And make porridge, right? Most porridge people use it for.
I've never made bulgur porridge, but I've used the bulgur to make rice and peas. It's lovely. Soak it in some warm water overnight. Throw off that water tomorrow morning and cook it like you cook your rice and peas.
Regular, okay.
Yes.
Bulgur. I would need a peas because the bulgur itself suffices for the.
No, you can
put peas in there.
You use it like you cook your rice and peas.
Oh.
Yes.
Never tried that.
Another thing to do, I know we're kind of wrapping up, right?
Yes.
So another thing that you can do. Listen, it's a simple. Even if you eat your white rice, I don't encourage it, but sometimes you still feel like you want a bit of white rice. You can have your white rice and just cook down some peas and put it on top of it. That's a complete meal. So
you say cook down some peas, so I can't use the tin peas?
Yes, you can use the tin peas. Okay. Just season it up and make sure you have enough sauce with it, because the rice can be a little dry sometimes. So some people love gravy and so on. But guess what? You can cook down your peas with a little ketchup or a little barbecue sauce and your regular seasonings, and you have dinner. You don't have to have big meat.
You hear that, guys?
You don't
cut back on the big meat.
Cut back on the big meat for 2 reasons: price and your own weight. Yeah. So,
guys, this is a different kind of weight, don't be confused.
It's not even
right, but I still need to. I need to be eating. So there you have it, guys. Thank you, Sanjay, for sharing with us one of your very special meals, non-traditional meal, guys. So you need to try it out and let us know how it is for you. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and of course leave a comment down below. So guys, that's all for today. See you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.